Check. How y'all doing? Y'all doing alright? Give it up for Funk Out the Trunk. Give it up, y'all. This type of shit right there. I'm a little upset that they're that good. Now I gotta follow and shit. But it's okay. I'll try to do my best. This is the album release party, the East Coast version. From CD with my boy Wax, the new Wax Neo CD, Liquid Courage. So I'm gonna start off with the first single off that. It's called The Adventures of Larry and Tina. Should have seen she was really naive. She was still only 19, and he was many years older. But he seen her walk by in them tight jeans, and he looked at her like, that's my queen. Cause he thought that he could mold her, but it don't work, no. And Larry was a 39-year-old dude who was getting over divorce and the custody feud, and he'd been single now about a year and a half. He liked to hit the strip club for a beer and a laugh, and one particular girl in his mind was a standout. Knew exactly when she worked, had his schedule planned out, and he would hand out money and advice to her often. She liked him, smiled when he walked in, and he was real witty and her laughter was genuine. She was real pretty with that passionate feminine touch that he had missed so much since his wife left. So soft with her clothes off, she was priceless. Hypnotized when she moved to the rhythm, he soon suggested that she move in with him. She accepted, and within the next week, Larry was in love with the young ass freak. He should have seen she was really naive. Shit, she was still only 19, and he was many years older. But he seen her walk by in them tight jeans, and he looked at her like, that's my queen. Cause he thought that he could mold her, but it don't work, no. And Tina was a little hot blonde bombshell that could never seem to get along with her mom well. Moved out at 17 to put the bickering behind her. Lied about her age, started stripping as a minor. And she was lonely and needed a better pad, and Larry was like the better dad that she never had. And for once in her life she was stable. No rent, free utilities, even cable, and Larry was in love, it was evident. But she only saw him as a friend to whom she gave pussy to instead of rent. And he was quite wild. White piles in her nose, all night lifestyle. He didn't mind that she partied a lot, because he didn't know just how retarded she got. He thought that she was the type of chick you trust. He didn't know she was real promiscuous. He should have seen she was really naive. She was still only 19, and he was many years older. But he seen her walk by in them tight jeans, and he looked at her like, that's my queen. Cause he thought that he could mold her, but it don't work, no. The strip club closes and Tina's on the freeway, in the car with the club's bouncer and DJ. They checked into the Holiday Inn, they had an 8-ball of coke and a bottle of gin. And Tina got drunk, started showing them tits, and by the end of the night she let both of them hit. And although they weren't technically raping her, it probably wouldn't have been consensual if she knew they were taping her. And Larry was at home all alone the next night, looking at his favorite pornographic website. Shocker that it was a fetish site that had to do with teens. He clicked on the screen where it had the newest scenes. What he saw next hit him in the jugular. Tina was the star of a film called Young Cum Guzzler. He should have never thought that he could mold her. Now he's heartbroken again and getting older. He should have seen she was really naive. She was still only 19, and he was many years older. But things ain't always what they seem. A nightmare stems right out of a dream, and you wake wake up a little colder, getting older. Shit, thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. So, to all the dudes out here, how many of y'all ever gotten a bad blowjob before? A bad blowjob? Like you sit there and you look down and you're like, ah! Ah! Like that little, shit like that. Well, if you have, that song is for you. You know what I'm talking about with this one. This one's called 5 Days. Girl 5 days ago, her body and her face looked amazing, yo. We started drinking Captain and Sprite. I was hoping that sex was gonna happen that night. Then she kissed me. We started messing around. I had a smile on my face when she started going down. It felt good for a second, then straight. Oh, that's kinda nice, straight. And shit should be considered rape. I know you're drinking 80 proof Captain Morgan, but that's no excuse for the tooth to the foreskin. I'm already circumcised, I don't need a touch-up. Now I gotta clean these cuts up. It's been 5 days, 5 long days since you've been in my room. And I'm still pouring out Neosporin atop my wound. It seemed like a good idea at first, but you turned the best thing into the worst. 5 days later, my shit still hurts. Now the weird thing about it was she looked real whore-like. One of those, I've sucked a lot of dick before types. She looked more stank than Brianna Banks. Felt like putting a pork frank in a piranha tank. I wish I had a condom made of metal mesh like the divers use on Shark Week to protect their flesh. But alas, I was vulnerable. And with her teeth, she gave my boner a pull. I told her it's cool, stop sucking, that shit hurts. But even with her hands, she just didn't understand how a dick works. Treating it like a tube of toothpaste about to run out. She'd start from the bottom and try to squeeze the cum out. It was pitiful, G. She took the phrase choking her chicken literally, man. She said she used to be a farmhand. Blood drops on her pink breast cancer armband. That's when I knew I had to flee. So I got up and I told her I had to pee. Then I tiptoed out the door, quiet as a mouse. When I got outside, I said, shit, we're at my house. So I went back in and I told her a fib. I said my mom's on her way coming over to the crib. And besides, I couldn't fuck if I wished. Look at my penis, it looks like a halfway gutted fish. She left and I went to my room. I got my first aid kit and started tending my wounds. And that shit still hurts. And it's a week later. I joked about it with my friends and we nicknamed her Cheese Grater. It's been 5 days, 5 long days since you've been in my room. And I'm still pouring out Neosporin atop my room. It seemed like a good idea at first, but you turned the best thing into the worst. 5 days later, my shit still hurts.